There is a cage most people will live and die inside, and they will never even see the bars. It looks like a good life. A steady job, a decent salary, a car in the driveway, a few vacations a year, bills paid on time. Maybe even a small savings account that grows by a few coins every month. From the outside, it looks like success. From the inside, it feels like slowly drowning in warm water. You wake up tired. You work for people who could replace you in a week. You spend the best hours of your day building somebody else's dream, and then you come home too exhausted to build your own. You tell yourself this is temporary. You tell yourself next year will be different. You tell yourself you just need one more promotion, one more raise, one more lucky break, and then 10 years pass, same job. Same stress, same bank balance, same lies. This is the middle-class trap, and it was not built by accident. It was designed carefully, intentionally, brilliantly, to keep intelligent, hard-working people producing wealth their entire lives without ever owning any of it. Machiavelli understood this kind of trap 500 years ago. He wrote that the most dangerous prisons are the ones the prisoner mistakes for a home, because a man who knows he is in chains will fight to break them. But a man who believes he is free will defend his cage against anyone who tries to set him free. That is the middle class, not poor enough to revolt, not rich enough to escape, just comfortable enough to obey. Now here is what I'm about to do, and I want you to take this seriously. In the next 30 minutes, I'm going to give you the exact 12-month framework to walk out of this trap. Not in 5 years, not in 10, 12 months, step by step, month by month. The same brutal blueprint the quietly wealthy have used for centuries, stripped of every illusion. Modern advice has wrapped it in. But I am warning you now, this is not motivation. This is surgery. Some of what you're about to hear will make you uncomfortable, because it will expose every excuse you have been using to stay where you are. If that scares you, close this video. The trap will keep you safe. If it does not, stay with me, because by the end of this video, you will see your life through completely different eyes, and you will never be able to unsee it. Let us begin. Section 1. Why the trap exists. The reframe. Before we touch the framework, you need to understand something most people never understand in their entire lives. The middle class is not a stage on the way to wealth. It is a destination designed to hold you forever. Think about it carefully. The poor are dangerous because they have nothing to lose. The rich are dangerous because they control the system. But the middle class is the perfect citizen. They have just enough to lose, that they will obey any rule to protect it. They have just enough comfort to fear change. They have just enough hope to keep working without ever rebelling. Machiavelli wrote that the strongest control is not the kind imposed by force. It is the kind that people impose on themselves, and the middle class does exactly that. They police their own ambition. They mock anyone who tries to leave. They call risk-takers reckless. They call dreamers naive. They call quiet builders lucky. Because if someone escapes, it means the cage was a choice, and nobody wants to admit they chose the cage. Now here is the part that will sting. The system rewards your participation with small comforts so that you never question the structure. A raise here, a promotion there, a new title, a slightly bigger apartment. Every reward is calibrated to feel like progress, while keeping you exactly where the system needs you to remain: productive, taxable, replaceable, and quiet. This is why income alone will never set you free. Because the higher your income climbs, the more the system extracts from you. New tax brackets, new expenses, new expectations, new lifestyle pressures. You earn more, you spend more, you owe more, you fear more. You are not climbing a ladder. You are running on a treadmill that speeds up every time you do. The only way out is to stop running and start building. And that is exactly what the next 12 months are going to. Section 2. The 12-month brutal framework. Have broken this framework into 4 phases, 3 months each. Each phase has one mission. If you complete one phase before moving to the next, 12 months from today, you will not recognize the person you are now. Let us begin with Phase 1. Phase 1. Months 1 to 3, the audit. The first 90 days are not about earning more. They are about seeing clearly. Because you cannot escape a trap you refuse to look at. Month 1, expose every leak. For the next 30 days, you are going to track every single expense. Not approximately. Exactly every meal, every subscription, every impulse purchase, every transfer, every coin that leaves your account. This will be uncomfortable. That is the point, because what you are about to discover is that you do not have an income problem. You have a leak problem. The average person bleeds 20 to 40% of their income on expenses they would not even remember at the end of the month. Subscriptions they forgot to cancel. Delivery fees they never noticed. Small luxuries that quietly stack into thousands. Machiavelli warned that the prince who does not know the state of his treasury has already lost his kingdom. You are the prince of your own life. And right now your treasury is being looted by your own habits. This is the month you stop the bleeding. Month 2. Cut without mercy. Now you take the data and you cut ruthlessly, coldly, without negotiation. Cancel every subscription you have not used in the last 30 days. End every payment that does not serve your future. Strip your life down to the essentials and 1 or 2 small joys that keep you sane. That is it. I am not telling you to live miserably. I am telling you to live deliberately. Because every coin you save in this month becomes a soldier in the next phase of your war. The wealthy do not become wealthy by spending less than they earn. They become wealthy by spending nothing on anything that does not move them forward. Month 3. Build the vault. By the end of month 3, you should have an emergency vault. 3 months of basic survival expenses, locked away in a separate account in a separate bank with no card attached. This is not your wealth. This is your foundation. Because here is what Machiavelli understood. A man with no reserves cannot take risks, and a man who cannot take risks cannot become rich. Your vault is not protection, it is permission. Permission to act boldly later, because the floor beneath you is solid. By the end of phase 1, you should know your numbers. You should have stopped the bleeding, and you should have a small but unshakable foundation. If you skip this phase, nothing that follows will work. You will earn more and lose more. You will build and watch it collapse, because no empire stands on sand. Phase 2, months 4 to 6. The weapon, now we build your weapon, because the middle-class trap cannot be escaped through saving alone. Saving protects. It does not free. To escape, you need leverage. And leverage begins with one specific thing, a rare, high-value skill that the market is willing to pay premium prices for. Month 4, choose your edge. Most people spend their lives being slightly good at many things. The wealthy choose one thing and become impossible to ignore at it. This month you choose. The skill must pass 3 tests. 1, it must be teachable to you within 12 months. 2, it must produce results someone with money is willing to pay for. 3, it must be something the average person cannot learn from a 20-minute tutorial. This eliminates 90% of the noise. No more chasing trends. No more learning skills because they look fun. You choose based on leverage, not entertainment. Examples: high-ticket sales, performance marketing, software development in a specialized niche, conversion copywriting, funnel design, AI automation for businesses, video editing engineered for retention, strategic consulting in a niche industry. The list is long, but the principle is the same. Choose one. Commit fully. Month 5. Train like a soldier. For 30 days, you go to war with your own mind. Every day, without exception, you train your skill. Not when you feel like it. Every day, 1 hour minimum. 2 if you can. 3 if you are serious. You will be tired. You will be bored. You will doubt yourself. You will watch other people relax while you grind silently in the background. That is the cost. Machiavelli wrote that fortune favors the prepared, not the hopeful. Most people hope. You will prepare. By the end of this month, you will not be an expert, but you will be dangerous, and dangerous is enough to begin. Month 6. Get your first proof. Now you go into the world and you produce one piece of real proof that your skill works. 1 client, 1 project, 1 result. Even if you do it for free, even if it is small, even if it pays almost nothing, because proof is the currency that opens every door from this point forward. Most people stay broke because they keep learning and never ship. They keep preparing and never test. They keep waiting for the perfect moment that never arrives. You will not be one of them. By the end of phase 2, you should have a real skill and one piece of real-world evidence that you can use it. This is your weapon. From here, everything compounds. Phase 3, months 7 to 9, the income now. We turn the weapon into money. Real, repeatable, scalable money. Month 7, build the offer. You're going to package your skill into a clear offer that solves a specific painful problem for a specific painful person. Not vague. Not general. Painfully specific. Bad offer. I help businesses with marketing. Good offer. I help local dental clinics get 20 new patients a month through Instagram ads without them lifting a finger. Notice the difference. One is forgettable. The other is dangerous. One competes with everyone. The other competes with almost no one. Machiavelli understood that the smallest blade in the right place defeats the largest army. Your offer is your blade. Sharpen it. Month 8, hunt aggressively. This month is about outreach. Cold-focused, relentless outreach. Direct messages, cold emails, personal outreach to decision-makers who could pay you. 20 to 50 contacts every single day. You will be ignored. You will be rejected. You will feel small. Good. That feeling is the toll you pay to enter the world of people who earn what they are worth, because here is what most people never understand. Rejection is not the obstacle. Rejection is the filter. It removes everyone who was never serious enough to win in the first place. Most people quit at this exact step. You will not. By the end of this month, you should have at least 1 to 3 paying clients, not friends, not favors, strangers who paid you because you delivered real value. Month 9, raise your price and cement the system. Now we shift from desperation to position. You raise your prices. You tighten your delivery process. You document everything you do, so it becomes a system, not just an effort. This is the moment your income detaches from your hours, because once you have a system, you can repeat it. Once you can repeat it, you can scale it. Once you can scale it, the trap is already behind you. By the end of phase 3, you should be earning meaningful income from your skill. Income that exists outside your day job, outside your boss, outside anyone's permission. You are no longer middle class. You are in transition. Phase 4, months 10 to 12, the escape. This is where most people would celebrate. You will not. Because money in your hand is not freedom. Freedom is what you build with the money in your hand. Month 10. Convert income into ownership. You are going to take every coin of your new income and split it with precision. Half of it goes into assets that produce more income. Investments, equities, your own business expansion, productive tools. A small portion goes into improving your skill further. The rest stays in the vault. You do not buy a new car. You do not upgrade your phone. You do not announce your progress online. Stealth is the most valuable currency at this stage, because the moment people around you sense you are escaping, they will pull you back without realizing they are doing it. Family will ask for loans. Friends will invite you to expensive distractions. Strangers will offer you opportunities that look like progress, but are actually leashes. Machiavelli wrote that the rising man must be wise enough to hide his rise until he is too high to be pulled down. Disappear quietly while everyone else is busy performing. Month 11. Build the second stream. Now you build something that earns while you sleep. A digital product, a second service, a piece of content that compounds, a small investment portfolio, something that does not require your direct hours every day. The first stream got you out of the trap. The second stream makes sure you never fall back in, because 1 income is fragile. 2 incomes is stability. 3 incomes is the beginning of real wealth. Month 12, cement. The new identity. The final month is not about doing more. It is about becoming someone the old version of you would not recognize. You stop checking your bank balance with anxiety. You start checking it with strategy. You stop reacting to life. You start designing it. You stop asking how much something costs and start asking what it produces. You no longer wake up afraid of bills. You wake up calculating moves. This is the quiet transformation that no one will see at first. Your colleagues will not understand it. Your relatives will not believe it. Your old friends may resent it. That is fine. The trap kept them. It does not keep you anymore. By the end of month 12, you will have a skill that pays you, a system that runs without you, a vault that protects you, and an identity that does not need permission from anyone. You will have walked out of the trap, not by accident. By design. Section 3, the final warning now. Now pause and listen carefully. Because this last part matters more than the framework itself. 12 months from now, two versions of you exist in possibility. The first version did nothing. He read this, he nodded. He felt something stir inside him. And then he went back to his life. The job, the treadmill, the slow drowning. He told himself he would start next month. He told himself the timing was bad. He told himself he needed more information. And another year of his life disappeared into a system that never noticed he was there. The second version started, imperfectly, quietly, without telling anyone. He began month 1, then month 2. He failed sometimes. He doubted often, but he did not stop. And 12 months later, his life looks nothing like it did today. Both versions are real. Both versions are possible. Only one of them will exist. The difference between them is not intelligence, not luck, not background, not connections. The difference is whether you treat the next 12 months as ordinary time or as the most important year of your life. Machiavelli wrote that men are divided into two kinds: those who shape their fate and those who are shaped by it. The middle-class trap is built for the second kind. It is invisible to them. It is comfortable to them. It will hold them until the day they die wondering where their life went. You are not them. You stayed for 30 minutes. You listened. You understood. You felt the trap close around your shoulders, and you decided you were done. Now the only question is whether your hands move tomorrow or whether they stay still, because freedom is not given. Freedom is taken, one quiet month at a time, 12 months, 4 phases, one brutal framework, one decision. That decision is yours. If this shifted the way you see yourself even a little, then do not stop here, because what you have heard in this video is only the surface. There are deeper layers to psychology, influence and wealth that simply cannot be explored fully in one video, not because they do not exist, but because most people are not ready to hear them. That is why most stay average. If you are not one of them, then subscribe, because every video here is designed to sharpen your mindset, increase your value and separate you from the crowd. No fluff, no noise, just strategy. Most people will watch this and move on. A few will stay and change. Decide which one you are.